on The View Live. Go ahead, Behar. What do you got?
I said, do you want to have a fight with O'Reilly? Because he calls people names every 6.8 seconds, apparently, Bill O'Reilly on his show.
Yeah, there was an article in the paper. He insults someone or calls someone a name every 6.8 seconds.
And that's just on the phone.
No, that's good journalism, isn't it? I can always tell when he does a rant on me because on the blogs, people write in, you know, as soon as he's done, you know, it's the same like 9 people. You're a traitor. Send. I'm like, whatever. Stop watching that channel is my only advice.
He's obsessed with you, though. They talk about you a lot over there.
I know.
Yeah. What was it when they said he was name-calling? Was it specific people or just, didn't they classify it like the most people he talked about were illegal immigrants, which he has a major platform. He's been all over illegal immigration for a long time, and then also terrorists. So I think those are the main 2 people that
No, I think I am one of the main people.
Maybe you have topped in. You might have gone to the #1 slot this week.
To talk about, you know, it gets a little tedious after a while, all the serious topics, and they know they bring you in there. So
yeah, they do. I did his show once.
How'd that go?
Twice, actually, maybe. Well, once because he said that he thought it was really bad that the law in Florida prevented gays from adopting even the foster children they raise. So he actually said on his show that he thought that was the wrong kind of law. And I was so stunned and shocked that I called up and said, can I come on?
Good.
And when I went there, he was sitting like, you know, sitting with his producer like, she's never going to show up. And I walked in and he was stunned. He's like, I didn't think you'd show up.
Did you like your talk with him that day?
You know, I felt at the time that it was an important issue and I wanted to talk about that issue. And, you know, so those are the people that you want to reach, right? The ones that watch that channel. And so I thought it went really well. But, you know, since then, our relationship seems to have gone downhill. Because of the inadvertent mention of loofah on this show once, threw the man into a tizzy. And now I am on his top 10 list. Hi, Bill.
What about Emmys? See, Emmys is suing CBS for firing him. Did you know that? This is like a new, yes, another chapter in the Emmys story.
Yes, it goes on and on.
Because something in his contract said that he is supposed to be outrageous.
It's called the dog has one bite clause. They name
he was
it.
supposed to have a warning.
Right.
He was supposed to have a warning and he didn't get the warning.
Like a timeout.
They just said,
and then
you're out.
You know,
What is the clause called?
It's called the dog has one bite clause.
And what does it mean?
It means you get one, like strike 1, you know, it's a pass.
Yeah.
And then you kind of skip strike 2, go right to strike 3, you're out.
So the dog has 1 bite or 2 bites or 3 bites?
1 bite. You get 1 chance, you get an official warning documented, and then
So they never warned him?
I guess not
I mean, how
on
many
paper.
times?
No.
I would be surprised if they were like, wow, that was really bad. That's a warning. Don't let that happen again.
It sort of shows
that would seem a little
doesn't
lenient.
it show the hypocrisy of the networks in a way? It's like they say be outrageous, then when he is, they fire him.
Yeah.
But of course he was over the line with the racist statement.
But like I said,
I don't know that he knows the difference, the guy.
if you're going to go into a horror...
Now he does,
Right, but if you're going to go into a horror movie, and then you're going to come out and say to the owner of the theater, I want my money back because it was too bloody.
Yeah.
Well, it's a horror film. Don't turn into Emmys unless you don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Don't tune in.
But the problem now is that it's not just the people tuning in who heard. The people now, what happens is because our media is so expansive, someone says it and then it's all over YouTube, it's all over radio, it's all over news, it's all over shows like ours. So you can't help but hear it. So the consequence is almost, you know, it has to be faced now because it's not a select of people who happen to buy what he's selling.
Yeah.
You know, it's
but you know,
much
I
more
think they
expensive
need
than
to
that.
make the rules. What are the rules then?
Right.
Lay down the rules. You know, you want to say, here's what you can.
Don't be a racist.
Right, and you know, comedians, well, what does that mean exactly for a comedian? And who decides what's a racist word and what isn't?
Rule.
Right,
There is no
exactly.
rule.
They do tell you to push the envelope. For instance, like even on this show, you don't want fluffy, normal conversations. You want to kind of press some issues.
Right.
Right.
And believe me, once you have an opinion, people hate you.
I know. I know.
People hate you. No matter what opinion you have. You have an opinion, people will love you, and other people will hate you. And that's the way that's why we never win an Emmy on this show. I keep saying
No,
that.
I think you never won an Emmy because you never talked about real issues like you have this year. You've never really got into it like this year.
I don't know about that.
No, you never had political arguments. I remember I was here once.
That's not true. We used to have them all the
I was
time.
here once as a guest host, and I remember saying to Bill, you're going to talk about lipstick when there were 27 Marines killed last night? And he was like, we don't do war. You know, that was the motto of the show before I sort of insisted. I'm not taking credit. I'm just saying my personality is one that the topics I want to talk about are different.
We used to talk about very controversial subjects, but, you know, it just didn't have the same kind of impact as you do. That's all.
Right. Well, I think it's different topics.
It's the way you do it, too. I mean, we talked about a lot of very tricky things.
But you, I mean, I think you carry a strong torch for what you believe in.
Well, I'm also very loud.
Yeah.
I don't realize how loud I Sometimes I watch it back, like on YouTube. I go, oh, I hate her. Oh, it's me, you know.
But that's what but that's the truth of the Emmys. There's always, when they're voting, they say, oh, I like her, I hate her, I like her, I hate her. That's why we never win. It's not really any other reason, I don't
When I started the show, I said to Barbara Walters, you know what I really want to do? I want us all to go up and win the Emmy 1 year from now, the night of the Emmys. And she said, oh, Rosie will never win. And I said, well, Barbara, shouldn't we try? And all you guys feel like you'll never win.
Well, you know,
I don't really feel anything.
You don't want to put them. I don't care if we win or not.
I think it's great, but I feel like you can't worry about a game before you're there. I feel like that's game day. You get there. There's nothing you can do about it right now, right? I mean,
well,
are they deciding
today? That's not really game day. That's like pre-season. You know what I mean?
Well, why does the award mean so much? It's like,
true.
You know, Cary Grant, one of the greatest American actors, never won an Oscar. So I don't have any respect for the Oscars, to tell you the truth, because of that.
You know, people, it's false fulfillment, honestly. Yeah. I do believe that.
So I don't really think it's that big a deal. But if we win, we'll be excited for a minute. You know, it's like a fun thing.
Yeah, we'll totally be having a party then.
No, it doesn't matter in the end, but I'm just saying you should always strive for excellence in your field, no matter what it is. I think to go into any business with the attitude of, oh, we'll never be the best, that's the wrong way to enter it.
I guess it depends on who you think is judged. Like, I don't know if maybe because I didn't start in this industry too, but for me it seems like we do the show more, I think we all do, for the people watching, not so much the people giving the award, right? So, so I mean, I guess it depends, but I feel like you feel the same way. Like, I don't even know that who's in charge of the Emmy? Who decides? The committee?
I think the daytime Emmys are different than the nighttime Emmys, because the daytime Emmys, it's very strange. You're always against the same 4 shows.
Right.
You guys are always up against the other 4, you know, and it was odd when I was doing my show. You know, it feels very strange. Unlike the nighttime Emmys, where they pick a different person every year, usually there's so many shows, but we had like 9 shows. We were always against each other.
Right. Same competition every single year.
I thought that one person at the helm.
You have a good idea about it, though.
If we were on this show and they gave individual Emmys, how do you think we would all deal with that?
But I'm not saying we should get it. I don't think that's a good idea.
But that would be a pretty bad night.
No, but we're a team. But my point is, this show is an ensemble, right? We're a team. So they would vote for the show as the team.
Yes.
How did the team do? Right?
You would think that's what they would do. Yeah, I don't know.
So you don't think we're going to win is the bottom line?
I don't know. Look, you know what?
I think we have a shot.
Keep focusing on what you said, is giving, you know, the people what they want, doing it for them, and not so much on the glass statue.
Right. And where are the Emmys? Frankly, mine are in storage. They are.
And your kids paint them, right?
My kids paint them.